The FCC just made a major move involving foreign manufactured solar inverters. And for homeowners, DIY users, and preppers, this could have a much bigger impact than it first appears. On July 28, 2026, the FCC added foreign produced connected power inverters to its covered list. The government says the concern is cybersecurity, remote access, data collection, and the possibility that connected inverters could be remotely controlled or even disabled. Now, I know that many people watching this are going to say any inverter connected to Wi-Fi is a security risk. And honestly, that is a completely fair concern. Many people in this community specifically build power backup systems because they want to remain independent during an emergency. They do not want their inverter dependent on a cloud server, a foreign company, or an app that can stop working without warning. But this new FCC action does not ban every inverter with Wi-Fi. It specifically targets new foreign produced connected inverter models that will still need FCC authorization before they can be imported, marketed, or sold in the United States. Existing models that were already authorized can generally continue to be imported, sold, installed, and used. What counts as a connected inverter? The rule can apply to microinverters, string inverters, hybrid inverters, battery-based inverters that include Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular communication, cloud monitoring, remote control, sensing, or data collection. And here is where this becomes a little controversial. Simply choosing not to connect your inverter to Wi-Fi may not matter. If the communications hardware is already built into the inverter, the product may still be classified as a connected inverter. So if you operate your system locally, never create a cloud account, and never give the inverter internet access, the hardware itself could still place this model under this rule. An inverter with no communications hardware may fall outside of this specific restriction, but it would still need to comply with normal electrical safety, import, and permitting requirements. For many preppers, the entire purpose of an inverter and battery system is independence. You want the lights to stay on, the refrigerator to keep running, the well pump to work, and essential equipment to remain powered, even if the grid or internet are both down. That raises an important question. Should critical backup equipment require permission from a cloud server or maintain permanent connection to a manufacturer? For many people, the answer is going to be no. A locally controlled inverter can still contain communications hardware, but there is a major difference between optional local monitoring and a product that depends on cloud access for setup, updates, operation, or troubleshooting. This FCC action may push more buyers to ask the questions they probably should have been asking already. Can the inverter operate without the internet? Can every setting be changed locally? Can the system be commissioned without creating an online account? Will the inverter continue to work if the manufacturer shuts down its servers? Can remote access be completely disabled? And can the communication module be physically removed? Does this affect off-grid systems? Yes, it can. This is not only a utility interconnect rule. It affects whether certain new products can receive FCC authorization and legally enter the United States market. That means a connected hybrid inverter could be affected, even if it's being installed in an off-grid cabin, a detached workshop, a remote property, or a completely independent home. A fully off-grid system does not need utility permission to operate because they're never going to connect to the electrical grid. But the inverter still has to make it into the country and be legally available to sell. So going off-grid does not automatically avoid the issue. The rule is based on foreign production, not simply the name of the company, and not only Chinese manufacturers. A United States company could sell an inverter manufactured overseas. A foreign company can manufacture an inverter inside the United States. What matters is the exact model, where it's produced, whether it contains communication hardware, and whether it's already received FCC authorization. This means you cannot determine whether an inverter is affected by simply looking at the logo on the front. Manufacturers may respond by moving production into the United States, continuing to sell older authorized models, removing communication hardware, or applying for federal approval for new foreign produced products. Grid connected versus off-grid. FCC authorization and utility approval are two separate things. The FCC authorization affects whether the inverter can legally be imported and sold. Electrical certification determines whether it meets safety and grid performance requirements. Your utility and local inspector decide whether the exact model can connect to the electrical grid. For a grid connected system, you should verify UL 1741 certification and IEEE 1547 compliance and approval from the utility serving the property. An inverter can be legally to sell, but it can still be rejected for utility interconnect. For a completely off-grid system, the utility approval is usually not required, but electrical safety, local codes, insurance requirements, and FCC import rules can still apply. What about an inverter you already own? This announcement does not mean you have to remove an inverter that is already installed. Previously purchased and properly authorized products can generally continue to be used. The immediate concern is not that the existing system will suddenly become illegal. The bigger concern is what happens over the next several years. Will replacement parts still be available? Will warranty replacements still be shipped into the United States? Will the monitoring platform remain online? Will the manufacturer continue releasing security updates? And if the inverter fails, will an equivalent replacement model be available? What buyers should verify before purchasing. Before purchasing any inverter, specifically a connected inverter, confirm the exact model number and hardware revision. Ask whether the exact model was FCC authorized before July 28, 2026. Ask where the exact unit is manufactured, not simply where the company is headquartered. Determine whether communication hardware is built into the inverter, optional, removable, or completely absent. Ask whether the inverter can be installed, configured, and operated without an internet connection or cloud account. For utility interconnection, verify the exact model with your utility and local authority before ordering it. Request the UL 1741 certification and the IEEE 1547 compliance information for grid interactive equipment. And ask the manufacturer whether firmware updates, local monitoring, cloud monitoring, replacement parts, technical support, and warranty replacements will remain available in the United States. The controversial part of the story is not simply whether foreign inverters are safe or whether American-made equipment is automatically secure. The real issue is control. Who controls the equipment powering your home? You, the manufacturer, a cloud service, a foreign government, or a federal agency deciding which products are allowed into the country. For homeowners and DIY solar users, this could reduce product choices, increase prices, and make it harder to purchase affordable, high-capacity hybrid inverters. But it could also push manufacturers toward better security, local control, longer product support, and more transparent manufacturing. Whether it's worth the cost, this is going to be heavily debated. The FCC has not banned every foreign solar inverter. It has created new barrier for foreign produced connected inverter models, seeking FCC authorization after July 28, 2026. Existing authorized models can generally continue to be sold and used. Off-grid systems are not automatically exempt because the rule affects connected products entering the United States, not only equipment connected to the utility. For homeowners, DIY solar users, and preppers, the safest approach is to prioritize local control, offline operation, clear certification, replaceable communications hardware, and long-term manufacturer support. This story is still developing, and there are still major questions about how manufacturers, utilities, retailers, and federal agencies will respond. I will be following it very closely, and if we start seeing major product restrictions, approved inverter list, manufacturing changes, or anything that affects the equipment homeowners can actually purchase, I will take a much deeper dive and explain exactly what it means.